When amateurs take the wheel of 40-ton beasts, chaos isn't a question, it's a countdown. Flipped buffalo trucks, blown turns, and wild recoveries. This is the brutal world where transport meets stupidity. It starts like any other day until a massive blue lattice boom crane begins to collapse under its own weight. At an active construction site, the setup is already a disaster. Outriggers half deployed, boom misaligned, and no counterweights in place. What starts as a simple push quickly spirals into a slow-motion disaster. A Fendt tractor rams its loader into a rusted grain silo. No chains, no prep, just brute force. The steel groans, buckles, and tears open like a soda can as the structure leans dangerously. Then, collapse. The silo crashes down inches from the tractor and crew, turning careless demolition into a near-deadly mistake. It all goes wrong in seconds when a towering Liebherr STS crane suddenly snaps at a busy port, unleashing a violent collapse that turns precision into pure chaos and leaves millions in mangled steel behind. Perched on a sloped trailer with no chains and zero control, this 40,000-pound Doosan excavator suddenly flips face-first off the edge. It starts as a routine lift until the Maersk sealant container twists violently mid-air, slamming into the gantry frame and throwing the entire crane into chaos. In seconds, riggers scramble, tension surges through the cables, and one wrong move threatens to send the massive box crashing down in a deadly freefall. In a shocking lapse of judgment, this mobile crane violently tips onto its side mid-operation, caught by nothing but its outriggers. From stable to semi in one flawless flow, this is livestock logistics done right. Dozens of Holstein cows are guided smoothly through the farm gates, marching single file toward a state-of-the-art cattle trailer from cows.ie. With skilled handlers keeping pace, each animal moves calmly up the ramp and into the ventilated transport bay. What starts as a textbook tilt-up ends in disaster as a 30-foot concrete wall loses control, slams to the ground, and shatters, proving that in tilt-up construction, one anchor failure leaves no second chances. A routine roof lift turns catastrophic as one failed truss triggers a domino collapse, twisting steel, snapping welds, and crushing the boom lift while workers scramble to escape the mangled wreckage. A high-speed dash across a frozen lake turns into disaster as the ice gives way, plunging a fully loaded truck into freezing water. Transporting massive animals like buffaloes is a test of strength, patience, and control. Each step up the ramp is a battle as the powerful beasts resist with full force, nervous, unpredictable, and heavy enough to rock the entire trailer. Securing them safely is a high-risk routine, where one wrong move can lead to chaos. Buried deep in loose sand, a massive tanker truck is stuck fast until a Toyota Land Cruiser 79 Series steps in. With sheer torque and relentless traction, it claws forward, dragging the giant load as a spotter guides every move. Charging through a snow-packed forest road, a fully loaded dump truck suddenly grinds to a halt, buried under its own weight. But help roars in fast. A heavy-duty front loader slams in from behind, tires biting into ice as it powers forward. Snow flies, engines roar, and inch by inch, the frozen deadlock breaks. Under a clear blue sky, demolition tension peaks as a massive excavator hauls steel cables tied to a towering, rusted Great Lakes power water tank. With hydraulic force building, the giant structure finally gives way, crashing down in a thunderous cloud of dust and twisted steel. Every move counts as operators push their machines to the limit, balancing raw power with pinpoint precision. One wrong pull, and thousands of pounds of steel come crashing down in unpredictable fury. A thunderous collapse shakes the valley as a towering silo crashes down in a perfectly timed demolition. Concrete shatters, steel twists, and a cloud of dust blasts outward like a shockwave. Teetering on a steep slope, a loaded dump truck suddenly flips and crashes down in a cloud of dust, a brutal reminder of how quickly weight and terrain can trigger disaster. Watch this brutal recovery unfold as a heavily loaded flatbed truck sinks deep into a waterlogged roadside, its rear tires vanishing beneath thick mud. With the vehicle stuck and dangerously tilted, workers step in barefoot, knee-deep in sludge, rigging chains to a 7.5-ton crane. Every move is tense as they struggle to stabilize the truck while avoiding further damage. Inch by inch, the crane lifts the back end just enough to break the suction of the mud, eventually freeing the overloaded hauler from the swamp-like trap. A raw display of teamwork, stress, and sheer pulling power. You've just witnessed what happens when brute force collides with reckless decision-making, where one wrong move turns a transport job into total chaos. From buffalo trucks tipping like toys to heavy haulers sinking into ditches, this video proves that heavy machinery in the wrong hands is a recipe for disaster. We've seen it all. Overloaded trailers, failed hill climbs, near rollovers, and those rare moments where sheer operator skill saves the day by inches. These are the high-stakes challenges real drivers face in the field. No scripts, no second takes. If you made it this far, you're part of the crew that thrives on real-world danger, epic fails, and high-pressure recoveries. So hit that like button, drop a comment on the most insane scene, and subscribe to stay locked in to the wildest action from the front lines of heavy transport. Because in this world, it only takes one mistake to bring everything crashing down.